Hey guys, my name is Sophia and today I'm going to be doing my birthday book haul. So these are all the books I've gotten for my birthday, but also a little bit before my birthday. My birthday was in May, which is when you're seeing this. But yeah, I have a decent stack for you guys, so I just wanted to go through it and show y'all what I got. Also, it's been like 3 years since I've done a book haul, so I figured it was about time I do one again. So the first book I have is a pretty big book, and I got this in I think March or April if I'm remembering correctly. Maybe earlier. I know I've definitely not shown it on my channel recently, but that's Romancing the Vampire from Past to Present. So this is a huge book, which I might insert some clips of some of the pages, but it is this huge book all about vampire media. So it has the background of vampires, it has famous movies about vampires. It does end with Twilight. So Twilight is the last thing, so Vampire Diaries isn't in here, and some more obviously recent stuff is not in this book, but I really like it. There is different like memorabilia-esque things that there's in here. There's like little film stuff, there's posters that you can unfold, like there's a mask, like there's just a bunch of fun little trinkets in here that I really like. And yeah, I'm all about vampires, so this book is absolutely wonderful. I love just going through it and either picking a specific page or a specific film to read about. And yeah, this was an awesome gift that I'm super excited I got. Now to put it back in the box is the real question. Can I do this in a timely manner? The next two books are books I got in April. The first one is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is her first high fantasy her first high fantasy book that she is coming out with. It's gonna be a series if I am correct. I know for sure there's a second book, but yeah, this book, sorry if you can hear my brother playing video games, but this was her first high fantasy and I adored it. I'll be talking more about it in my May wrap up, but yeah, this was just absolutely wonderful. It's a bit of a chunker, but it definitely took me by surprise because I love her more paranormal romance stuff, so the fact that she did a high fantasy, I was a little bit skeptical going in, but it was definitely worth it. And moving on to another vampire book, I have Crave by Tracy Wolff. This is a YA paranormal kind of romance where this girl goes to a boarding school and she figures out that something isn't exactly quite right, and that's because there's a bunch of different creatures there, but primarily she notices vampires. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. The cover makes it look very Twilight-esque, but I'll say this again in my wrap-up, but I'll say here, my favorite thing about this book is how it kind of makes fun of itself and references like Vampire Diaries and other things throughout. It even references Twilight, which based off the cover just made me cackle. So yeah, it was fantastic. And this isn't a wrap-up, but I needed to say that. Moving on to the stuff I got for my birthday, which I'm so thankful to have gotten. We are going to start off with these three things that I actually just received because they came in the mail, but they are these three journals. They are Disney themed journals. The first one is this evil schemes one, so there's the evil queen and it's like a dark kind of evil that has the apple, it has a candle, a raven, stuff like that, so it's villain themed. The next one is Alice in Wonderland, Alice with Flowers, which is one of my favorite Disney movies. And the last one is Beauty and the Beast themed, which again, this lighting is making it hard to see, but Beauty and the Beast is my absolute favorite Disney film of all time, and I'm so excited to eventually journal in these. Now moving on to books. So the first one I got is The Diviners by Libba Bray. All I really know about this book is that it takes place in the 1920s, I believe in New York City, and I believe there's a paranormal aspect, possibly ghosts, and I heard a bunch of great things from booktubers all around that the series is pretty much a staple at this point, so I'm really excited to get to it and hopefully I like it. I hear it's a bit spooky, which is right up my alley, but yeah, I'm excited. And I think the last book just came out in the series too, which means if I like it, I can eventually read the rest of them and not have to worry about a new release. Next book the next three books are all ironically, series finales that I needed. The first one is The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness. This is the, oh my god, I almost said the second book. This is the third book in the All Souls trilogy, which the first one being A Discovery of Witches, which is what it's most known for. And I've read the first two books, and this is the last one I have to read, and I'm so excited to get to it. If you don't know, this trilogy follows a vampire and a witch and their kind of epic romance story and all the consequences that come with it. And the way the second book ended, this third book I definitely needed, and I'm so happy I got it. The next one is a sequel to one of my favorite books, I think of 2017 if I'm remembering correctly, and that is Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. I've read two of Trisha Levenseller's other books. I read The Daughter of the Pirate King, which is the first one in this duology, and loved it. And I read The Shadows Between Us, which is her newest release, and loved it. So I thought it was time I pick up the second and last book in the Daughter of the Pirate King duology so that I can finish it off. I am planning on rereading both, well, the first book and then diving into this for the first time, so I'm super excited to get to it and hopefully still love it as much as I did first time around. The next book I have is one that I've already read. I've read this trilogy 2 or 3 times when I was in high school, and that's the Sweet Evil trilogy by Wendy Higgins. This is the third and final book, Sweet Reckoning. It's the last one I needed to complete the trilogy on my collection. So I finally picked this up, and I'm super excited to have all 3 books so I can binge read the other ones. I love Wendy Higgins' writing. She's a YA paranormal romance writer, and I know paranormal romance isn't for everyone, but I absolutely adore the genre, so I'm super excited to reread these. Oh, and this is about angels and demons and stuff like that. I can't say too much without spoiling because I'm awful, but again, coming back to my favorite creatures of the night, I have another vampire book. This is The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. This is the first book in her vampire trilogy, and I'm really excited. I love Julie Kagawa's Iron Fae series, and I have started her, I think the first book is Talon, and it's a dragon series by her. And I have Shadow of the Fox, which is on my TBR shelf, which is another series of hers. So I'm a pretty decent fan of Julie Kagawa, but I've definitely been wanting to read her vampire series because I love vampire books. They're my favorite. Lastly, the last 2 books. So I'm actually missing one book because it's coming in the mail, so I'll put a picture, but I got the collector's edition of The Clockwork Angel from the Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. I don't know what, I think it's not an anniversary, I think it's just a collector's edition, but that's coming in the mail, so unfortunately I can't show y'all while I'm filming. But I got another collector's edition of one of my favorite books, and that is the A Court of Thorns and Roses collector's edition. Again, I'll insert a clip of it, but it comes in this black box, and it has gold foiling all around of Feyre, and then the back, and I absolutely love this. The inside content is pretty much the same, at least from what I could tell, but I do love the casing it comes in. I love the cover, and when I do another reread, because I reread the series at least once a year, I definitely will be picking up this edition. And yeah, I'm just really excited to have this, and I can't wait to see if they do a Court of Mist and Fury edition, because I'm obviously gonna pick that up right away. Alrighty, and last but certainly not least, we have the illustrated edition of Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. I've been collecting the illustrated editions, and I'm finally all caught up. Again, I'll insert some clips of the illustrations inside the book. But yeah, I'm super excited to continue with my collection, though this book is probably my least favorite in this series, which I know is a little bit of an unpopular opinion. I'm still excited to have it, as I love collecting these and rereading them. Alright, so that was my May/birthday/quarantine book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed making this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And yeah, until next time, bye guys!